I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. I'm late for a very important date. Championship predictions. I might be late, but I'm now live right here on the YouTube. Come join me. Let's get it on like Donkey Kong.
That's right, folks, back once again with another set of predictions, boys and girls. I am late. Of course I am late. Some games have already taken place for matchday number 29, but we're going to catch the rest right here, right now. But we'll talk about that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things championship related, Blackburn Rovers related, whoa, football related here under Roverseas. Yes, I know, a little bit weird. A little bit of a weird intro there. Kind of catch you off your feet a little bit. The Mad Hatter, because he's late. That is me. And yeah, 2 or 3 games have already taken place. So realistically, if there was ever a chance for you guys to get the top banana, this is the week, because you got a free hit for 3 of them. So let's get going, folks, and take a little look at how we all got on last time out now, shall we? If we can, where am I? Here we go, boys and girls. Welcome, everybody. Who we got? Cody Cahoe, LG and Cows in the house. And that's it, and me, and that's it. We got a busy schedule on our hands, because I've got another one coming on. I've got the old Cast the Cat prediction type of thing coming up later. So she's not here with us for the championship. She's getting ready for the FA Cup. Hello, Paul McNeil. Welcome to the gang. So let's have a look at how we all got on last time out. This is the criteria, folks. 0 to 3, you're in the shit-face gang. 4 to 6, you're in the straight-face club. And 7+, you're in the top banana, boys. And I'll tell you what, I think I did okay today. I did okay this week. Look at this, West Brom boy, welcome. Sheffield Wednesday for life. Boom, that's right. Ultra Oma Murat, welcome. Kieran, welcome to the stream, buddies. Let's have a look at how we all got on last time out, boys. How did Rovers get on, eh? Sheffield Wednesday for life. How did Rovers get on? Just saying. We're always accepting new fans, Sheffield Wednesday for life. We're always taking them. You can jump on board. We did, of course, win against Sheffield Wednesday. We'll talk about that in a second. Anyway, Fulham did beat Middlesbrough 1-0. That was the early game on Friday. It was a 1-0 win. In the end, I went with a 2-1 win, so not too shabby. QPR did beat Leeds 1-0. I went the other way on this one, so a bit of a slip up there. I went with Leeds. Birmingham and Cardiff duked out to a 1-1 draw. Called it, folks. Bang on the flipping nose, boys and girls. Called it. Bristol City did beat Barnsley 1-0. Went with a 3-0 myself. Went a little bit big on goals there, but got it right. Derby did beat Hull City 1-0. Called it as well, kind of. I went with a 2-1 win for Derby. Huddersfield could only muster a 0-0 draw against Brentford. I went with Huddersfield, though. Bit of a slip up there. So I got that one wrong. Millwall did beat Reading 2-0 to continue their rise up the ranks there. I got that one bang on the flipping nose, boys and girls. Bang on the flipping nose. Preston did beat Charlton 2-1. I went with it as well. I went with a 3-1 win for Charlton, for North End on this one. And then Rovers just squeaked past Sheffield Wednesday with a 5-0 win. I actually went with Wednesday on this one. That shows how much I believed in Rovers that time. Swansea did beat Wigan 2-1 at the Liberty. I went with a 2-0 win. And Forest did beat Luton 3-1. I went with it. Called it, boys. Called it. And of course, right at the end there, Stoke did beat West Brom. Barnstorming upset. I went with big one on West Brom. 4-1 in the end. I saw the Rovers game at the ground. My uncle's a Wednesday time. Oh my goodness, it must have been an absolute treat there, buddies. Good game. No need of it. I know. It was. We got a little bit lucky with that red card. It did make it a little bit easier. Tom Beresford, the Patreon is in the house. Give him a round of applause, buddy. Patreon's in the house. Get in there. So yeah. So that's that. I got in the top face gang, boys, top banana, whatever it is. That should be a top banana. I haven't updated my graphic. Luna's going nuts, so it's all loud and proud here out in the studio. Let's have a look at how you guys got on. We are QPR. Did top banana for himself. Ultra Oma Murat, though, not too shabby indeed. Alex Russell, not too shabby. Matthew CO2 did absolutely terrible. Sheffield Wednesday for life. You also did absolutely terrible as well. Noco Drinker. You did absolutely stonking is what you're talking about, buddy. Get those predictions into top gear. Theo Cobb did okay for himself. Ray Pochettino did absolutely honky. Okay, was not okay. He was terrible. Cody Cahoe with an edit did okay for himself. Joe Turner did absolutely honking. Yannick Bustler did okay for himself. Califan Mode, what'd you get on Califan Mode? You did top banana. Well done. Tom Beresford, the Patreon, you did pretty good. You were unlucky there, Tom. You were unlucky. You know, with Patreon access, you're always going to be okay in my eyes. Newton Abbey, you did okay for yourself. Russell Frost did absolutely honking. And Billy Spencer, not too shabby. So, a couple of us, including me, I know the graphic doesn't say so, but including me, we did okay. So, This is what the table looks like right now, folks, in the Championship. It is getting close at the top of the table. West Brom still lead the way by 1 point over Leeds, who are in second spot. And then it's a close gap thing now. Fulham are in third, just 3 points off of Leeds. They have played the game extra. We'll talk more about that in a second. Forest fourth, Brentford fifth. Preston North End are sixth. Down the bottom is Luton, Wigan and Barnsley going down to League One as it stands. 4 point gap between Barnsley and Stoke. Rovers, if in case you're interested, are 11th. And that's right, we are a little bit off the pace, 6 points adrift of playoff talk. But anyway, this is the time. If you've been paying attention, not like me, because I completely forgot that there was games going on this week, and I think I actually got reminded by Russell Frost. I think he did say that whatchamacallit, that there was games on, and I thought, yeah, no, it's only a couple games, I'm not bothering, but it really all adds up to the match day number 29. So, free hit, boys, there you go. So, when you're doing your picks, in the comment section down below, you can stick those three scorelines in there. You're already 3 to the good. That's right. So now we're going to talk about Stoke up against Swansea. We're jumping straight into the deep end. This game is the only one taking place this weekend. The rest take place on Tuesday. So let's get going, folks, and take a little look at Stoke against Swansea. Want updates from who scored? Not right now. Not right now. So the last 6 between the two sides. No Cass, because she's getting ready for the FA Cup. So let's get going. Get your picks in the comment section now, or in the chat section. Let's go. Last 6 between the two sides. 4 wins for Stoke, 2 wins for Swansea. They have played earlier in the campaign. It was back in October. It was a 2-1 win for Stoke, and that was over in Wales. Sam Clucas and Scott Hogan, the goal scorers for Stoke. Andre Ayew, the one and only goal for Swansea. The last time they played in Stoke was a 1-0 win for the Stokies last season. Joe Allen on the score sheet has actually been linked with them six-fingered freakazoids, Burnley, with a move there. Bookmakers odds on this one. A little bit, hang on a minute. Bookmakers odds, thinking about it, 21-20 for Stoke, 40-5 for Swansea, 12-5 is the draw. Heading into this, Stoke are 21st in the table. A win, though, could see them rise to 19th. Swansea are 7th. A win for them could see them rise to at least maybe 4th. With good goal difference. Obviously, they are the only team taking place in action this Saturday, so they'll have a good couple of days to get themselves up the table. So let's take a look at what you guys got in the chat. Only a few pickaroonies in the house. We have Paul McNeil with a 1-1 draw. Sheffield Wednesday for Life with a 0-0 draw. Tom Beresford can't separate two sides either with a 1-1 draw. West Brom Boy 69 with a 1-1 draw. Tobes with a 2-1 win for the Stokies. Ultra Oma Mura with a 2-1 win for the Stokies as well. LG and Cows going the other way with a 2-1 win for Swansea. And Jaden Cook 1-1 draw. Cody Cahoe with a 2-0 win for Swansea. That is correct. No shit faces this week then. Well, there was a bunch. There was a whole bunch of them. Anyway, so that's what you guys are thinking. I'm going to go with, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe Eldrick. As much as I don't like Burnley, it was nice to see them do one over Manchester United, but it drags Burnley out of the relegation fight at the moment. That's what I want. I don't care about Manchester United's demise. Not really, anyway. I do have a little bit, I am watching it and kind of reveling in it in a little bit, but I'd rather see them six-finger freakazoids come back down a peg or two. Anyway, I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw as well with the majority of you guys. Pugster Josh with a 2-1 win for... Looks like he's going for Stoke. Next up, we have the game of the week. There's no other game to look forward to. It is this one. It's at Ewood Park. It is Blackburn Rovers up against QPR. Now, we are a bit of a bogey side for QPR. However, they did beat us earlier in the season and quite convincingly as well. 4-2 winners at their place. They do like to score a few goals to QPR, and however... The rumour on the transfer mill is that Naki Wells has been recalled, going back to them six-figure freakazoids. He's going to be used as bait for maybe Bristol City, Nottingham Forest are looking at him. A lot of clubs looking for a striker, Leeds as well, all looking at potentially bringing in a striker. So Wells, for the time being, will not be a QPR player, so that's good news for us. I think he did score against us. He did. Naki Wells, Eze, Samuel and Heigl scored earlier in the campaign. Dakaruni and Armstrong in a 4-2 belter. However, but after that, or before that, it was 5 games in a row, Rovers unbeaten against QPR. If you want to take a look at the games at Ewood Park, though, it's 6 games at least unbeaten, going all the way back to 2011. So we are quite favourites in this one. And QPR have actually lost their last 3 away matches in the Championship, and our home form at the moment is pretty savvy. So I'd fancy our chances a little bit, just to give you a little bit of a hint of where I'm going to go. Bookmakers odds on this one, evens for Rovers, 27-10 for QPR, 13-5 is the draw. QPR are in 14th. They're actually below Rovers, but they could leapfrog us if they pull off a victory, and they could rise up to potentially 11th. That's where Rovers are at the moment. A win for them could see them rise just the 1 spot above Sheffield Wednesday. So let's have a look then at you guys, what you guys got. Tom Beresford's going with QPR. But you are a Patreon, so I'll allow it. As much as I don't like to see that. Paul McNeil, though, is going with Rovers, 2-1 win. Jaden Cook with a 1-0 win. West Brom boy is going, I love one of those. Was it 10,000, 100,000 to 2? Ultra Omamura going with Rovers. West Brom 69 with a 3-1 win, respectively. LG and Cow's going the other way. I don't know what he's thinking. Cody Cahoe with a 3-2 win for Rovers. Tobes with a 3-0 win. Cody Cahoe, you're right. QPR in the FA Cup. They will be playing Sheffield Wednesday this weekend. We'll have a look at more about that on the other video. Not when I'm live, it's just a video. We can still chat amongst it. But they'll be taking on Sheffield Wednesday. I'm actually going to go with a 3-1 Barnsley win for Rovers. I don't know when the goals are going to come from, but I think QPR away, bit of sticky wicket for themselves. And I think we also got a bit of a spring in our step from the result against Sheffield Wednesday. Luna's got her vuvuzelas out, and she's all singing and dancing. I mean, ain't you, Luna? Ain't you? Give it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Thank you. So let's get going, folks, and take a little look at the next one. It is Brentford up against Nottingham Forest now. Let's have a look at these. This is a tough one to call. Both sides in the playoff contention. Nottingham Forest are 4th. Brentford are 5th. 1 point separate the two sides. And their form books are pretty decent. Brentford actually pick up 1 defeat at the past 6 games. Nottingham Forest unbeaten in at least 6. So let's take a look at the record between these two sides. The last 6 between the two sides, though. 3 wins for Brentford, 3 for Nottingham Forest. Smells like a draw, this one, folks. They did play early in the campaign at the City Ground. Is that what they call it? It was a 1-0 win for Forest back in October. The one and only goal scorer on that day was the veteran, Ben Watson. The last time they played in Brentford, though, it went the other way with a 2-1 win for Brentford. Lewis McLeod and Ollie Watkins on the score sheet in must sought after Matthew Cash with the consolation goal for Forest on that occasion. Brentford actually won their last 6 home matches in the Championship, but Nottingham Forest are undefeated in the last 6 matches, period, in the Championship. Let's take a look at the odds now. 13-20 on for Brentford, red hot favourites at home. 24-5 is Nottingham Forest. 27-10 is the draw. A win for Brentford could see them rise to 3rd. A win for Forest could also see them rise to 3rd. No one's getting above 3rd at the moment, but it's only a matter of time, folks. Leeds and West Brom need to get back onto the winning matches, basically, between the two sides, between West Brom and Leeds. They've only won 1 game, the pair of them, at the last 6 apiece, if you catch my meaning. Let's have a look at what you guys got in the chat. Then we have got Tom Beresford with a 3-2 win for Forest. LG and Cal with a 3-1 win for Forest as well. Ultra Omamura going with Forest 2-1 in the end. Tobes is going with a 1-1 draw. West Brom boy with a 7-goal barnstorm. That's a cast prediction right there. 4-3 win for Forest. Cody Coe with a 1-1 draw. Bradley Dax, number 1 fan, going with a 4-2 win for Brentford. That's right. So it looks like I think the majority of you guys are going for Forest. A couple of you guys are going for Brentford. They are at home, like Brentford as well. I like to see them. If I don't see Rovers in the Premier League, I'd love to see Brentford go up there with David Raya, fulfilling his potential and going to the Premier League. Unfortunately, not with us. Next up, we have Cardiff City up against West Bromwich Albion. Now, Cardiff coming to this 13th in the table. Look a bit woeful now with Neil Harris in charge. West Brom, though, also woeful form at the moment. Again, at the two sides, Cardiff actually got the better form heading into this. The last 6, though, between the two sides, 2 wins for Cardiff, 2 wins for West Brom, 2 draws along the way. They played at the Hawthorns earlier in the campaign. It was around about October with Pereira, Diangana, Austin and Sawyers on the score sheet for West Brom with a 4-2 win. Danny Ward getting the 2 goals for Cardiff. Speaking of the Welsh boys, they've actually drawn their last 3 home matches in the Championship, kind of similar to Rovers there. Whereas the bookmakers' odds go 90-10 for Cardiff, 12-5 is the draw, 29-10 is the away win. A win for Cardiff in 13th could see them rise a couple spots to 11th. A win for West Brom could see them extend the lead potentially to 4 points if Leeds were to slip up. In fact, yeah, it would potentially open up a 4-point lead on Leeds if they were to chunder down under whenever they're playing. What you guys got for me in the chat on this one then? We're going to go, your prediction is just 20%. Is mine? I don't know. Tom Burster with a 2-0 win for the Baggies. Tobes with a 1-0 win for Cardiff. Ultra Omamura with a 3-1 win for the Baggies as well. Lelgy and Cal with a 1-1 draw. Cody Coe with a 8-goal barnstormer. 5-3 winners for Cardiff. Promise Fabian and Lelgy and Cal buddying up there, like muckers from the old time, back in wherever, back in the Shire. They're chatting away like buds, which is nice to see, because we've got a community here, boys and girls. It's a community where we can get our predictions in nice and early. So what are we, anyone else while we're here? I'm going to go with a cheeky 2-2 draw. Can't separate two sides on this one. Cardiff drawing the games at home. West Brom cannot get themselves a win. Moving on to the Battle of the H's is Hull against Huddersfield Town. This game also takes place on Tuesday, like pretty much all of these games. The last 6 between the two sides, 4 wins for Hull, 1 win for Huddersfield, 1 draw along the way. They played at the Kirklees, John Smith Stadium, earlier in the season. It was a 3-0 win for Huddersfield. The last time they played at the KCOM, though, was a 2-0 win for Hull. Sam Klukas and Chuba Akpom scoring back in 2005 in the Championship. The bookmakers' odds on this guy sees 19-20 on for Hull. 13-5 is the draw. 29-10 is the win for Huddersfield. Huddersfield heading into this, their form book, not great, to be honest with you. 1 win out of the past 5 for them. Hull City on the flip side, 2 wins out of the past 5 for them. 3 out of the past 6 if you want to expand the odds. But back-to-back defeats heading into this. So their spirits are down. They need a win. There's a lot of uncertainty about Jared Bowen at the moment. He's been offered a new deal. Will he sign? If he doesn't sign, he's probably going to be off. They're probably going to flog him. To Leeds, to maybe a Premier League club. Who knows? The question mark is out there on the future of Jared Bowen. Anyway, so that's that. A win for Huddersfield. They could fly just a couple of spots to 19th. A win for Hull City in 12th. Could see them rise just to 1 spot to 11th. You guys have gone with a Promise Fabian with a 2-1 win for Cardiff. That's the previous one. Tom Beresford with a 1-1 draw. Elgin Cow with a 2-1 win for Hull. Tobes with a 2-1 win for Hull as well. Ultra Omer Murat with a 2-2 draw. Any more? It's pretty quiet on the picks front today. Maybe all the Liverpool fans and all that are all, I don't know, getting a bit merry out there. I'm going to go with a cheeky 2-1 win for Hull City to get them Tigers back in the hunt for possibly playoff action. Next up, we have Leeds United up against Millwall. Obviously, Millwall doing absolute bits at the moment, flying in mid-table, pushing for playoffs themselves. Leeds, though, doing the bottle jobs that they do all each and every season. Heading into this, though, the last 6 between the two sides, 2 wins for Leeds, 3 wins for Millwall, 1 draw along the way. Last time out, they played at the Den. It was a 2-1 win for Millwall. Jed Wallace, Tom Bradshaw on the score sheet for Millwall. Alioski, the one and only goal scorer for Leeds. They also had Berardi sent off on that occasion. The last time they played at Ellen Road was a 3-2 win for Leeds. That was last season. Hernandez with a double. Luke Ayling, the third goal for Leeds. Ben Thompson, Ben Marshall scoring for Millwall. It wasn't long ago, though, that Millwall did put 4 past Leeds on their own turf. That was back in 2018 in a 7-goal thriller. Scoring 2 late goals, Tom Elliott and Jed Wallace, to make it 4-3 back in 2018. The bookmakers' odds on this one, they'll still go with Leeds. They will. It's 100-47 on for Leeds. 3-1 is the draw. 15-2 is the away win. Leeds are in second, though. A win could see them go top if West Brom chunder. As for Millwall, they are in 8th spot, a win away from going into the playoffs. That will be at least 5th spot on the table. We've got some pickaroonies in the house. We're starting with Tom Beresford, the Patreon. 2-1 win for Millwall. Tobes with a 1-0 win for Leeds. Ultra Omer Mura with a 1-1 draw. LG Cow with a 2-1 win for Millwall. Cody Cahoe is going with Leeds, though. Will it work out for Leeds? Will it work out for Millwall? I'm going to go with a 3-0 win. I am still going with Leeds. I don't know. Right now, I'm waning. I'm waning on the fact of West Brom and Leeds. I think one of those is going to slip up here. Then not make it. And I think it's going to open up the door for a Fulham, for a Brentford to come in there, maybe a Forest even, to sneak in there and take automatics and put Leeds or West Brom in the playoff mix. And you know what? When that happens, they're probably going to blow it. Next up, we have Luton Town against Derby. 2 teams looking for to rise the charts a little bit. Luton look down at the moment, 21 points on the board. 4 defeats on the spin. 5 out of 6 defeats as well, with that one and only result being a draw. Derby on the flip side, they're on the rise, unbeaten in 5 games, 37 points on the board. They might make a late push with Wayne Rooney pulling the strings in midfield. A win for Derby this weekend against Luton could see them rise to 40 points. For now, obviously, they've still got the impending EFL deduction, perhaps, that could probably bring them back down to earth. And if let's just say they were getting a 15 or a 20 points deduction, they would be in shit street right now. They'd be down there in the drop zone and probably scrambling. Let's take a look at the last few games between the two sides. You've got to go back a bit. Obviously, they played earlier in the campaign. That was at Kenilworth Road. No, sorry, it was at Pride Park. It was a 2-0 win for Derby. The last time they did play in Kenilworth Road was in 2006. In the Championship, Derby won 2-0 back in the day, 2006. John Stead, Steve Howard, 2 quick-fire goals to give Derby the points. Luton's one and only victory of the last 5 was in 2006, also at Kenilworth Road. It was I don't know what the heck. It was the season prior, back in March, the same year. They did beat them 1-0 with Steve Howard scoring for Luton. Weird. How weird is that? Luton have actually lost 7 of the last 8 matches in the Championship. Derby have failed to win their last 12 away matches, though. So this is a different kettle of fish. They might be decent and had a good run together at the moment, but their away form is wobbly. 2-1 for Leeds for the victory. 13-10 is Derby. 5-2 is the draw. I've already talked about where they'll end up if they win, right? I did. A win for Luton. They could get themselves actually into 22nd spot if they were to pick up a victory, but they'll need a massive goal swing. Don Beresford's gone with Derby 3-1, and Ultra Omura has also gone with Derby with a 1-0 win. Promise Albion with a 2-2 draw. Tobes with a 2-1 win for Derby. Cody Coe with a 3-0 win for Derby. LG and Cow's going big with a 4-2 win for Luton to snatch all 3 points in a 6-goal barnstormer. I'm also going to go with a 1-1 draw. Who's with me? Promise Albion with a 2-1 win for Luton. No one's gone with the draw. It smelled. Nope, no one's going with the draw. We're playing it big. Moving on to Wigan up against Sheffield Wednesday in a Steve Bruce derby. That's right, Steve Bruce, former manager of both of these clubs. The last 6 between the two sides, 1 win for Wigan, 5 wins for Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday head into this on the back of a QPR. They'll play them on the weekend. But the last encounter between two sides was at Hillsborough. It was a 1-0 win for Wednesday with Massimo Luongo. Quite funny that, with the one and only goal on that occasion. Last time they played at the DW was back in 2018. It was a 3-2 win for Wigan. Goals from Jacobs with a brace. Nick Powell as well, no longer with the club. The 2 goals for Wednesday, Nuhu and Forestieri. Nuhu also got himself sent off. Wigan have actually failed to win 15 of the last 16 matches in the Championship. They are going back down to League One, buddies. They're taking Paul Cock with them. Wigan come into this 23rd on the table, 23 points on the board. Sheffield Wednesday are in 10th, 42 points on the board. A win for Wednesday this weekend could see them rise to 7th and get themselves back into contention for playoff duty. The bookmakers' odds 2-1 for Wigan, 31-20 is Sheffield Wednesday, 21-10 is the draw. What you guys got in the chat? We have got Cody Cahoe, Vardy, Rashford, Kane, Abraham injured. Who's going to play up front for England? Danny Graham, of course, Cody Cahoe. Tom Perisov, 3-1 win for Sheffield Wednesday. LG and Cows going with a 1-1 draw. Okay, with a 2-1 win for Sheffield Wednesday. Tobes with a 3-1 win for Wednesday. 2-0 win. That's Ultra Omamura and Cody Cahoe with a 1-0 win for Wigan. Surprise, surprise. I'm going with a 2-1 win for Sheffield Wednesday to bring home the points and get again back into playoff talk once again. And wrapping up the weekend, all the midweek action. Reading against Bristol. So it's the late kickoff. On this weird old midweek match day. The last 6 between the two sides, 2 wins for Reading, 3 for Bristol City, and 1 draw. They played at Thrashton Gate, aka Ashton Gate, back in October. It was a 1-0 win for Bristol City. The last time they played at the Majeski, it was a 3-2 win for Reading. Mate, Kelly, and Bakuna on the score sheet for Reading. Marlon Pack and Josh Brownhill getting the 2 goals for Bristol City. Now, the bookmakers' odds on this one, they go 5-4 for Reading. 12-5 is the draw. 11-5 is the away win. A win for Reading, who are now in 15th spot. 3 games without a win. Maybe they hit a bit of a rough patch, but a win for them could see them rise to 11th. A win for Bristol City, who are in 9th, could see them go into the playoffs at number 5 at the best. You guys got some picks in the house. 20 prediction is poor. Tom Burst with a 2-1 win for Bristol City. Ultra Omamura with a 2-0 win for Bristol City. Okay, he's gone with a 2-1 win for Reading on this bad boy. Anyone else? LG and Cal with a 1-1 draw. Tobes with a 1-1 draw. Cody Go with a 0-0 draw. A lot of draws knocking about. Am I joining them? Yes, I am. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw on this one to give the points even Stevens. Everyone takes home a point on this one. So let's just say between you and I that these are the results that come on in. And again, you guys put your comments, predictions in the chat section, comment section down below. With those 3 right there at the top, they're givens. This is your chance to at least get Straight Face Gang and also Top Banana, because I'm giving you a free hit here for 3 of them. So I want to see a lot of Top Bananas when we come back around. When we come back around, we'll actually be Wednesday. We're going to probably do a prediction show for the Championship on Wednesday. So make sure you check that out. This is what the table would look like if my predictions were to come on in. Leeds would lead the way. West Brom would be in 2nd. 4 points adrift would be Brentford, then Fulham, Forest and Preston will make up the top 6. Down the bottom will be Luton, Wigan and Barnsley going down. Rovers, in case you're interested, will be in 11th spot. And again, they would be 3 points off playoffs. And as it looks right here, if this was the case, 6th spot Preston on 46 points, all the way down to 13th place Cardiff on 40 points. All those teams in with the realistic shout of getting into those playoffs, I think, of the next few weeks. Anyway, folks, that's all I've got for you right here. Let me just pop over back to the studio. In a minute on the channel, there'll be a FA Cup 4th round prediction with Cass. It's not me. I'm not there. I'm not going to be talking. It's just going to be her with some music, some funky music. doing the predictions for the FA Cup games now that we know Tranmere are there, who have upset the apple cart and made a right mess of that bad boy. But anyway, we'll be doing live predictions again next week. After this video, I've got to tear down my studio, moving down to the basement, setting up this weekend because Rovers aren't in action. We're over in Portugal, sunning it up, catching some sun. Any football-related questions? Is everybody happy with Liverpool still going strong? I'm not. I'd like to see him at least slip up just the once. Anyway, if you could take one player on loan from the Premier League for the Rovers, who would be? Good question, Tom Barrister. That is a very, very good question. Obviously, I think you're looking at a realistic one because obviously Virgil van Dijk would be absolute belter, but because he's a defender. Who's a decent option? I was thinking we're looking at left back now. I don't know. I'd take Grant Hanley. You know what? I'd take Grant Hanley from Norwich. That's a reasonable shout. That's a realistic shout. Ex-Rover, centre-back at Norwich. Probably not getting as much game time as he wants. Rovers to beat Leeds in player final. You heard it here first. Don't test that. If Rovers make it to the stinking playoff final, you know what? I have to come back from here. Got to come from the USA to England to watch that because that stuff doesn't happen. Who will win the FA Cup? Who will win the FA Cup? I think Manchester City will win the FA Cup this year again. I think they'll get it. I love it if possible. A Man City Liverpool final. That would be an absolute treat for us all. Shinchenko, I'll take it. Elginkau, yep, I'll take it to the back burner. Anyway, folks, I'm going to get out of it because I've got to get ready for this. I've got to be chatting on the next one for the CAS, predicting the score lines and all that kind of stuff for the FA Cup. Come join me if you want. I'm actually going to try and squeeze it on here in about 5 minutes instead of 20 minutes. Until then, I will let you get out of here. Make sure you bang the thumbs up if you're new. In fact, just bang the thumbs up. Anyway, bang the subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.